20th.
Prove it.
Today is 02/20/2020. We're on Berochos Memches. So we said that it's Lasui Cotton Poireach, that we said, let's say a 12-year-old boy already has Shtei Cyrus. He already has signs of maturity, 2 hairs by the genitalia, so we could make zimun. However, less hilchasik cholhani shmait. So the halacha has nothing to do with this. If a cotton knows who we are benching to, so you ask him, who do we bench to? He says, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Where's HaKadosh Baruch Hu? And he points to the sky, whatever. And even at the age of 7 or 8 or 9, you could do zimun. The Shulchan Aruch actually paskins that way. The Ramah says our minig is not. We are machmir that you have to be a gadol.
So what about the Svardim?
So the Shulchan Aruch, and again, I just saw. I mean, the Daf HaChaim just brings the Shulchan Aruch. Because many times Ovadia Yosef in modern halacha, he many times paskins like the Ashkenazim. Maybe there he would also. I don't know what minig Svardi is regarding this issue. And in fact, the Gemara tells us a story. Abaye v'Rava have a Yasur Kamei de Rabba. Abaye and Rava lived in the generation after Rabba and Rav Yosef. That means we have a lot of zugos, right? We have Rav and Shmuel, we have Rav Yochanan and Reish Lakish, which was the later generation, right? And then you have Rabba and Rav Yosef, which is in like the 3rd generation. Then Abaye and Rava in the 4th generation. So they were children in the time of Rabba, and they were at the table. And Armelahu Rabba Lamim Varchin, and Rabba asked Abaye and Rava, right? Who do we bench to? Amri lei l'Rachmana. To Hashem. Rachmana hechi Yosef. Where is Rachmana? Rava achve l'shmei tlala. Rava pointed to the beams of the roof, showing that it's there. Abaye nafik l'bra. Abaye went outside, and achve klapi, he pointed to the sky. He predicted both of them were going to be Rosh Yeshivas. Because you could see at a young age, they already understood things. And Hainudamri Inshi Butzin Mekatve Yadiyah. That means a cucumber. Already when it's a small cucumber, you know it's going to be a cucumber. It means that's Abaye and Rava were impressive at that age as well. Am Yehuda Breid Rav Shmuel Bar Shilot Mishmei Rav. Tisha Achlu Dogon. 9 people are eating grain. The Echad Achal Yerek. One only ate Mitzdarfin. They can still say Zimun with Elokeinu. Am Rav Zera. Rav Zera asked, boy, my name Rav Yudah. Shmoyne mao, shiva mao. What if we're down to 8 or 7? Amalei lo shna. He answered, it's no difference. You could still, that means if 7 people were eating grain and 3 people were eating yerek, you could still bench with the 10. What about shisha? So, that 6 he didn't ask the question. He knew for sure would not count. And Amalei Rav Yimir Shaper Avdis Toloi, but it was good that you didn't ask that question, because why does 7 and 8 work? Because the ikaruba. So 6 is also roiv. It's above 50 per achanami ikaruba. But the Iyusa Rav Zera held ruva de minker be'inan. 7 is a rov that you can quickly identify. 6, you look at 6, is it 5? Is it 6? So that, and the halach is like that. You need 7. Not 6 is not good.
But also majority. 6 is the majority.
I know, but it's not a ruva de minker. It's not It's not readily identifiable. Therefore, you need 7.
Well, I think there's something I don't understand. They're talking about over here, even if you don't wash.
Yeah, they're just eating. 3 just ate yerek.
Okay.
And 7, 8, from dogon.
Okay.
And of course, they'd have to eat enough vegetable kidei svia,
right,
in order to be mechayiv benching.
Yeah.
Yanai Malka umalkasa. So, Yanai Hamelech was one of the Chashmona 8 kings. I mean, after Yehuda Maccabi, and then there were a few other generals. Rav Yochanan Kohen Gadol, and he was after that. Yanai Hamelech. He was a Rasha. He killed out all the Chachamim. And one was left, Shimon ben Shetach, who ran away to Egypt. It's another Gemara that will tell us that story. So Yanai Malku Malkasa Krichu Rivta Badeda. They were eating together, the king and the queen. He had killed out all the Chachamim. They had no one to bench for them. Amar lo lidvisu. So Yana Melech told his wife, the queen, "Man yarvlon gavri mevarch lanu." Who can find a person who can bench for us? Amar le ishtabali, swear to me, the imaisin lecha gavra, that if I bring you such a person to lo mitzaras, you're not going to kill him, you're not going to trap with him. Ishtabala. So Yana Melech swore to his wife. Aisul Shimon ben Shetach achva. So she schlepped back from exile. I think he was in Alexandria Shel Mitzrayim. The Gemara is going to tell us the story how he ended up there. Finally, Shimon ben Shetach came back, and then there was a revival. When Shimon ben Shetach came back, there was a revival of Tor Shebal Peh when he came back. Now, Oisve, they sat him bein didei l'didah, between him and her. Omer le, so Yanai Melech said to him, Chaziz, do you see, Kama Yikarav, do you look at how much covet we're giving you? Omer le, so Shimon ben Shetach responded, Lav at kamokrasli, you're not giving me covet, Elo araisi hidamakli. It's the fact that I learned Torah is giving me the covet, because I'm a ben Torah, it's not that you're giving me the covet. Dechsiv, Pasuk in Mishlei, Salsala utromamecha techabdecha, ki techabgena, means if you love and kiss the Torah, the Torah will raise you up and will give you honor. Like it says in Pirkei Avos, what gives you covet? Ain't covet ela Torah. It's Torah that gives a person covet. Okay. So Yana Melech sort of was taken aback. He took it as an affront. He said, "No, it's not you. You're not giving me the covet. It's the Torah's giving me a covet." So Yana Melech says to his wife Amallah, "You see, he doesn't accept my, Ol Malchus Shemai. That he's not accepting my authority. Period. So they brought him a coast to bench. Amar Hechi Avrich. Hechi Avrich Baruch She'achli Yanev V'Chaver Mishalo. So it means L'chora Shimon ben Shetach hadn't eaten. Well, I'm going to bench, and you guys ate. How can I bench? I didn't eat. So Shastya Lahu Kasa. So what he did is he drank that cup. We're going to learn the din is, just like we said that yerek, if you eat yerek, right, even though you didn't eat, you could participate in the benching. So l'chora, by drinking a cup of wine, you're mishtatef with the Suda and allows you to participate in the zimun. So he drank that cup, and then Yovel Kasachrino Baruch, they brought him a second cup to bench on. Shimon ben Shetach the Ovid legarmehu the Ovid. He really did it. He did his own din. It's not the din for us. No one agrees to Shimon ben Shetach. The Hochem Rav Barava Amar Rav Yehuda lo'olam ein hamotzis Rabbi Midei Chavos ad sheyachol kazayis dagan. That which we said, that if there are 7 who ate dagan and 3 who ate yerek, they can participate in the zim, but they can't bench and be motzi other people. You have to eat the dagan in order to be motzi other people. And l'chora, he didn't eat the dagan. He could have participated, but he couldn't. Meisvei. So we ask Kakasha, we're going to go oimer. Allah. Vehesavi moyam. Shimon ben Shetach, he reclined with them. A general rule. Hesavi moyam afiloi tovali moyam. A person joined a meal, and he reclined with the other people who were reclining. Afiloi tovali moyam ela b'tzir. And the only thing he did is he dipped something in the dip that they had. I didn't eat anything else. Ela groig resachas got just a fig. Mitztarf itztarufi. He's mitztaref to the zimun. So for example, if you drink a cup of wine or you drink something, you have something, you can participate in the zimun. However, avalahotzi sarabi midei choyvosaram is ad sheyachol kazayis dagan. But if you want to be motzi the other people as the muvarech, you have to at least a kazayis dagan. Itmar nami, we learn a brayso. Amrav Chana bar Yehuda mishmei de Rava, not a brayso. We learn a halacha. Amrav Chana bar Yehuda mishmei de Rava. Afilu loy tovel iman el b'tzir. Even if you just dipped something in a dip, v'loy achal min el grog. You only ate a fig. Achas mitzaref, you're mitzaref to the zimun, ulahotis rabbi dechavos, and motzei shiachol kazayis dogam. But in order to be motzi the rabbim, you have to eat at least a kazayis dogam. Amar chanar ba'yidu mishmei rava. Hilchasa. What's the halacha? Achol ale yerek. You ate a leaf of vegetable, or shasa kosel yain, or drank a cup of wine. Mitzaref. But lahotzi and motzei shiachol kazayis dogam. And that's the halacha that is brought down by the Shulchan Aruch as well. Period. Okay. Amar Rav Nachman. Moshe tiken liyisrael birchas hazan b'shas sheyor leman. So who are the author of the various brachas that we bench with? So this Gemara in the name of Rav Nachman is one of the later Amoraim, tells us it was Moshe Rabbeinu, came down by Masorah, that when the man came down, he came up with the bracha of Hazan Sakol. Yoshua tiken lem birchas haaretz, right? That's why you say ala haaretz, ala mazon. When they conquered Canaan with Yoshua, he was masakin noidelacha and ala haaretz ala mazon.
But if he was masakin it, then he's a navi. And
Yoshua was a navi.
Yeshua was a navi.
Yeah.
So exactly. So Mashal is about if he was a navi, then a halacha of Nevi'im is different than the Raisa.
Now there's something called divrei. There's
Divrei
divrei nevi'im and all that.
But that's not the same level.
No, but remember, the ikar din of benching is midoraisa.
Right.
Okay. What about the nusach? The nusach was brought down by Moshe Rabbeinu and Yoshua. What do we say? 'Cause you might think you could just say thank you Hashem. By the way, you would probably be motzi. If you would probably be motzi meikra din. But just like anything, even davening, Anshe Knesset Gdola established that the Shmona Esrei. But if someone davened something else, he would be motzi a certain aspect of tefillah, but not the tefillah that the Chazal made. So Yoshua tiken lam birchas haaretz. Yoshua's masakin the second bracha. Kivin shenichsu haaretz. David u'Shlomo tiknu b'nei Yerushalayim. Right? Rachem Hashem Elokeinu that ends with b'nei Yerushalayim is a combination between David and Shlomo. We'll see who did what. David tiken al Yisrael amecha al Yerushalayim yirecha, right? Because that existed, right? David is the one who conquered Yerushalayim. He went to the Yevusi. Remember, Yoshua, they left over Yerushalayim. They didn't conquer all parts of Eretz Yisrael. One of the parts they did not conquer was Yerushalayim. David HaMelech had to do that, and then he bought the Goyren from the Yevusi. That's where they built the Beis Hamikdash. Shlomo tiken al Abayis HaGadol, because he built the Bayis. The Bayis wasn't built by David. VeHaKoresh. Period. Now, Hatoiva Meitiv b'Yavne Taknua. So the Hatova Meitiv is like completely midrabanan, right? If you want to say, right, Moshe, Yoshua, David and Shlomo, that's in the time of Tanakh, it's still right. But the fourth bracha, Hatova Meitiv, that was established in Yavne. When? Kineged Haruge Beitar. So in 135 CE, right, the Romans destroyed the temple 70 CE. But they left the Jews there, and there was a whole Jewish society that went on. Now, in 135 CE, Rabbi Akiva and Bar Kochva, there was the revolt, and then the Hadrianic persecutions. Hadrian was the Caesar at the time, and they came and they wiped out any remaining Jews that remained there. They took away. Then they plowed over all of Yerushalayim. They changed its name to Aelia Capitolania. They gave it a Roman name, and and then they went to the city of Beitar, and hundreds of thousands of Jews were killed there. And the Romans didn't allow kvura for like 2 or 3 years. And then there was a day where they allowed kvura of the Haruge Beitar. And on that day, in Yavna, they established the bracha of Hatov U'Meitiv. What's the Hatov U'Meitiv? Hatov Shlo Yisrichu, V'Meitiv Sheninu L'Kvura. The bodies didn't rot in that period of time. There was a nace. And that they were Zoichet L'Kvura eventually. Torabah. Seder Birchas HaMazon Kachi. More says there's a Seder. Bracha Rishona is Birchas Hazan. Shniya, Birchas Haaretz. Shlishis, Bnei Yerushalayim. Revius, hatoiv u'meitiv. U'v'Shabbos matchil b'nechama. U'Mesayim b'nechama. Right? We start with Rachem, but then we put the Ritzei in the middle of that bracha, and we finish with Boni Yerushalayim. That's the concept of Mesayim b'nechama. Right? Oimer Kedushas Hayom be'emtza, the Ritzei is set in the middle of that bracha. Rabbi Eliezer Omer Ritzei lo oimra, excuse me. Rabbi Eliezer Omer Rotza lo oimra b'nechama oimra. Beberchas ha'aretz oimra. And beberchas shetiknu chacham b'yavna oimra. So Rabbi Eliezer says, no, you could put the Kedushas Hayom of Shabbos in any of the bracha you want, except for the first one. Chachamim oimrim eina oimra ela b'nechama bilvad. So the Gemara's first question, what do you mean, Chachamim hainu Tanakama? How is the Chachamim arguing with the Tanakama? The first sheet, this is, of course, the same thing. What's the second, what is the Chachamim adding? Ikibinayu di'eved. That means, b'di'eved, if you didn't do it, according to one opinion, it's okay. According to the other opinion, it's not okay. You'd have to do it again if you didn't say the Shabbos in the right, if you put it in the same place. That would be the nafkamina between the two shitas. Torah Rabbanan. Minay lebirchas hamazon min haTorah. Birchas hamazon is midoraisa. Shenemar ve'achalta ve'sovata uve'rachta. You eat, you're satiated. You have to bless Hashem. And not only that, the Gemara says that's a reference to Birchas Hazan. Then because the pasuk says ve'achalta ve'sovata uve'rachta Hashem Elokecha. That's the pasuk. So they continue to darshan as Hashem Lokecha. That's Zu Birchas Hazimun. So it's not in order. We go back to the Rabbi Sain of Arech, Yehi Shem Hashem Avarech. That's from Es Hashem Lokecha. It's referring to Hashem Lokecha. That's the Birchas Hazimun. Then when it says Ala Aretz Hatovar Shenas Allah, Ala Aretz Zu Birchas Haaretz, Hatova Zu Boine Yerushalayim. Now what does Hatova have to do with Yerushalayim? Because V'cheinu Omer Hahar hatoiv hazeh v'halvanon. Because later on in Dvarim, they refer to this mountain halvanon, and that refers to the Beis HaMikdash. So that's always a reference to Yerushalayim. So Hahar hatoiv, so the hatoiva is reference to Yerushalayim. And then Asher Nosan Lach Zu Hatova Meitiv. Hashem gave you that. Period. So the Gemara asked the question: where is the source of Birchas Hamazon min haTorah? Meaning, after you eat, you're supposed to make a bracha of Birchas Hamazon. You learn it from this pasuk. So, ainli al la'achrav lofanav minayin. What about Baruch Atah Hashem Moitzi Lachem Min Haaretz? Where's the source that you have to make a bracha before you eat? So the Gemara first says it's a svara, logic. It's a kavachomer. Kishu saveya mevarech. If after you're full you bench, when you're starving and you have to eat. Kishuroiv, like Koshakain, certainly you should make a bracha before you eat. Rabbi Yomer Einasar. Rabbi says we don't need svara. I could learn it from a pasuk. He says like this: V'achalta v'savata v'rachta zu birchas hazon. That's the first bracha. Aval birchas hazimun, which previously we learned from Es Hashem Lokecha, we learned that from another pasuk. Migadlu la'Hashem iti. Enlarge Hashem with me. So when I say to my friends, Chaverai nevarech or Rabbi Sai nevarech, come with Gadlul Hashem iti. Raise God, make God greater with me. Ala Aretz, Zuberchas Aretz. Hatoiva Zuber Yerushalayim. V'cheinu Emra Hatova Zeravanon. Hatova Meitiv B'yavda Tiknua, which they don't even need a pasuk. So, Eli al la'achrav l'fanav minayin Talmud Omer asher nasan l'cha. When the Torah says al aretz hatovar asher nasan l'cha, misha nasan l'cha, you make a bracha for him. So, Rabbi learns it from the pasuk that you have to make a not misvara. Rav Yitzchak also says eino tzach. We don't need the kavachomer. Areyu omer a different pasuk. Uveirach es lachmecha v'esmeimecha al tikrach uveirach ela ubeirech. It's a tzivui branch. You're going to eat water and bread, make a bracha beforehand. Right? When is it called lechem? Before you eat it. After you eat it, there's no lechem anymore. So that's his source. Rav Nosson also ain't a tzarech, right? They're piling on Rebbe. Rebbe said we don't learn it from a puzzle. We learn, the Gemara's first approach was we learn it misvara. Yeah. Gemara said, Minai, Amrit Kavachomer. And it's Rebbe who started this process that it's from a pasuk. And Rabbi Yitzchak brought a different pasuk. And now Rav Nosson Arein Etzrach, Harayun Oimer cut like this. So when we learn Navi, if you remember, Shaul HaMelech goes to meet Shmuel. And Shmuel says, wait for me, we're going to bring a korban together, right? Kivoachem ha'ir, Kain tipseunoto, where are you going to find him? B'terem yaleh habamasa, where they put the stage up. Lecho, ki lo yochel ha'amad bo, ki hu yuvarech hazevach achrechein. Achrechein yochlu akrum. So you see that there's a concept of benching before they eat. So it's a pasuk in Navi. Now, Kol kach lama, what's this whole story here? Lefi shanoshim dabroni yosein. Women chatter, they're talking a lot. But Shmuel Amar says, no, Kidei Listakel b'yofer shel Shaul. Shaul was very handsome. The women tarried there, delayed there, because they wanted to look upon Shaul. Because when they first introduced Shaul in the Navi, it says from his shoulder and up, he was gavoa mikol ha'am. He was taller than, he was like Shaq. He was very tall and handsome, and that's why the women spent time there. Now, what was the delay there? Because remember, when now Shaul shows up, Shmuel is not going to announce to the public that he's the king. Well, who was the king before Shaul? Shmuel. He wasn't the king, but he ruled, and
He was the shofet.
he was the shofet. And it wasn't Malchus, but he was the head. So what do we say? The king is dead, long live the king.
Yeah.
There's, right, Malchus is not nogeh b'chaverta afilu nima. That means one melech until he's dead, and then a new melech takes over. It's the same thing here. That means, Malchus nogas b'chaverta afilu kamalei nima. So they wanted to give Shmuel the longest period of time until Shaul took over. Okay. So we started this sugya by saying, where is the source for Berochos Hamazon? So we brought that pasuk. So v'emi ala Berochos Hamazon, Berochos HaTorah minayin. This is the other bracha that's midaraisa. There are two brachas midaraisa, benching and Berochos HaTorah. All other brachas are midrabanan. So, but where is the source for Berochos HaTorah? Amar Yishmael Kavachomer. Al Chayei Shoam Avarech. Now, eating is giving us temporary life. We're not immortal. So if on Chayei Shah we bench, Al Chayei Olam Haba Lo Kol Sheken, Torah brings us to Olam Haba. So if something that gives us just temporary life we make a bracha on, something that's going to give us eternal life, what, we shouldn't make a bracha? Of course we make a bracha. So again, it's a kavachomer, according to Rabbi Shmuel. Again, there seems to be an attempt, they don't want to do it misvara, they want to source from psukim. Harehu oimer, al ha'aretz ha'tayvo asher nasan lach. So they compare the land that is good, ulahalan oimer ve'edna lecha es luchas ha'even, ve'ha'toyra ve'ha'mitzvah. So it says again, the concept of nasan lecha ve'etna lecha. So from this comparison between Torah and Eretz Yisrael, Rameir Oimer, period. So that's the same thing. Just like over there, there's a bracha, like here's a bracha as well. Rameir Oimer minayin shekashem shevarach ala toiva, kach mevarach ala ra. Jews, we don't make a bracha only on good things. We say bracha dynamis. We make a bracha even when bad things happen. How do you know it? Talmud Omer asher nasam lecha Hashem lokecha. By the way, it uses the word Elokim is midas adin. It's not midas arachim. Yud Kei Vav Kei is midas arachim. Elokim is midas adin. Dayancha b'chol din shedoncha. So we praise you. Well, anything you do, ben mida toivel ve mida peronios. Whether it's a mida toivel, whether it's a mida peronios, we still make a bracha. Another proof for Berochos HaTorah. Ein tzarich. Harei omer toiva, ha toiva. Toiva zu Torah, right? Because it says Aretz HaToiva, so it doesn't just refer. It refers to Torah. V'chenu omer ki lekach tov nosati lechem. I gave you a good shtick, a good piece. That's the Torah. And HaToiva zu binyan Yerushalayim. It also refers to binyan Yerushalayim. V'chenu omer hahara toiva zevanon. So all of this is inkevikal biyachad, right? Eretz Yisrael, Yerushalayim, the Torah. Okay. Tanya Rabbi Yezer Omer. Kol shloi Omar Eretz Chemda Toiva Urchava Bebirchas Aretz Umalchus Beis David Bebon Yerushalayim Lo Yotzi Dechavasa. So these are some of the nusachs that have to appear in the benching. It appears in our benching. And why? Because Sha'al Yodon is Kadsha Yerushalayim. Through David, Yerushalayim became holy. Not only that, Nachum Azakin Omer, Tzarech Sheyizkor Bo Bris. Right? We mentioned bris in Berochos Daf. So they bris not al Avram, Parshas Milav, Nasati L'chol Zarecha Achrechas Eretz Megurecha. Right? How did we get the land? That's through the bris. Rabbi Yossi Omer Tzarech Sheyizkor Bo Torah. You have to mention Torah. Sha'af b'schus ha-Torah, b'mitzvahs yarshu sa'aretz. Shenemar l'man tichun urvisim uvotem v'yushtem sa'aretz. So the various things that brought us Eretz Yisrael, you have to mention in that bracha. You have to mention bris, you have to mention Torah, flimoy oimer, tzarech sheyagdim bris l'Torah. And you have to say, you have to mention bris, where it says, noid l'chashon gal haaretz noid l'chashon gal noid l'chashon gal Eretz Chemda Toiv. No, but we say bris first. Hang on. Flimo is a Tana, but obviously he had a Greek in it's a Greek name, like Antigonus Ish Soichai. So it says, Noid l'chashon ken al shem chat lavosenu, Eretz Chemda Toiv Rechava, v'al shosichan shem ken shres Mitzrayim, ultison v'veis avodim, v'al bris chashchotan b'v'sarenu, v'al taras chashom aratanu. So we mentioned bris before Torah. Rashi. Kigoin al bris chashchotan b'v'sarenu, v'al taras chashom aratanu. Shezu notzna b'sholish brisos. Because the Torah was given with 3 covenants. Rashi, it's an important Rashi. B'shloisha mekomis notzna Torah Yisrael. Torah was given to Klal Yisrael in 3 places. What's the Bach here? Torah Nisna, B'Sinai, near B'Tnai Pligi. What does it say here? B'Sinai, right? Uva oil moed, because it says Vayikra L'Shem, that's oil moed. And then 38 years later, Bahar Grizim, Uva Arvoy Smoya. Those are considered, I guess, 3. Har Grizim, Arvoy Smoya are considered 1. Uva Kol Echad Nichras a bris. At each place, a bris was formed. Kidatani Masech L'Soita. Oror Bichlal, V'oror Bifrat. That's because when we say over there, in Har Grizim and Har Eva, remember they divided the 6 Shvatim here, 6 Shvatim there. These are Baruch and these are Oror. So that's a bris. A bris was made. V'chein bo'el moed shnemar eila divrei abris. Asher tziva Hashem es Moshe lichros es Bnei Yisrael be'eretz Moav. Milvad abris asher karat itam b'choyrev. So it says very clearly that they made a bris in choyrev. Uksivu v'shamartem es divrei abris. So that's why bris has to be mentioned for the Torah, because the Torah was sort of solidified with Klal Yisrael with 3 brisos. Okay. Again,